I was asking ChatGPT about the actors that have come out publicly this year to say something about Trump: Robert De Niro, Martin Sheen, John Cusack, Jamie Lee Curtis, Glenn Rose, Mark Ruffalo, Renee Rapp, Cher, Meryl Streep. Um, who are there's some Chrissy Teigen, one of the actors from Grace and Frankie. Both of them, I believe, actually have very loudly said things against the administration. I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks has been pretty vocal. I know that Jim Carrey has said things. And the Renee Rapp bit, like, I don't know what all she said, but I saw a clip from one of her concerts that just, ugh, it was good stuff. She looked so pissed, and good for Renee. She was on the Amy Poehler podcast, and I admit I didn't enjoy the episode that much. Whatever, Renee. I don't know if you're nervous or something, but good for them. Some other things that are happening: Adalita Grivala. I never quite say her name right, but Adalita, once she's sworn in, will apparently get some Epstein votes going and maybe get those files released, and obviously, hopefully, lead to an impeachment, because it's so hard to know at this point. Like, they're trying so hard to gerrymander. Trump wants to, put insurrection down on us, be like, oh, it's so crazy. Even though 8 million people showed up, there were 22 arrests on Saturday across the nation, and those 22 arrests were all MAGA people. Like, they were all Trump supporters, right? I'm trying not to say MAGA people to kind of not like really dig in that identity for them, so it's easier to part with, right? You're a Trump supporter. It's like me not being like, I'm a caffeine head. Like, oh, I drink coffee. That feels less committed and easier for me to just switch over to tea. Um, Kilmar is going to sue for a retaliatory charge that was put against him by the government. Obviously, it was retaliatory. So that suit's coming. That's really exciting. There was something today where ICE had to go before a judge in Chicago, I think, to say, like, hey, yeah, we pepper sprayed after y'all told us not to. Here's why we did that. So I don't know if that's gone down. I know some people from the EU were meeting today, but I know nothing about that. I am curious to see how that goes. Tel Aviv was supposed to have a soccer match, I think, tonight. Maybe this was from yesterday, but I guess, like, from opposite sides of the town, and I don't know, opposite sides of Tel Aviv. I do not know much about this, but they rioted, and so they ended up canceling the soccer match, which I spent some time in Istanbul, and I know that the police during football matches, soccer matches, were there because it's like, it's no joke. People get super riled, and sometimes things would get a little feisty, so the police were always there. So I don't know. I think for a lot of Americans that would maybe be more shocking, and it still is, obviously, to hear of riots. Like, I know that one game was canceled even before they allowed anything to happen, and that was before these riots hit, where they were just like, no, our city doesn't have the resources to, like, if anything does go down, like, we can't. um so yeah, Trump's still doing his thing. Apparently, he's still like hella alive. He said that the protests were really small. If you look at the pictures of his birthday, it's my birthday, and 8 million people did not come, even though it cost taxpayers, I don't know what it was. I can't remember. I want to say at least 60 million. But because I know that they're like, that coming with the military, right? Like, that's been his thing the whole time, like Trump military. It's like when Kelly on The Office is like, yes, you needed me. It's like Trump military. Oh, no, Dwight VP. Dwight VP. That's what it is. I'm trying to get him to associate my name every time he says I need something. Um, so, yeah, Trump is trying to do the National Guard thing. He wants Texas to go to California, or sorry, to Illinois. We all know that on January 6th, like, I know that the right at this point, like, I don't know how to break in and be like, no, because, like, I have family members, at least, well, one for sure, who does not think that Trump encouraged the insurrection, you know? just thinks the worst thing that Trump did was not say, I lost. Even though there was stop the steal and he who protects his country breaks no law, right? Like, and I love that it is not lost on so many people. I don't know who originally put this thought out there, but like, there was shit smeared on the Capitol walls for like, I don't know, 500, 200, whatever it was, people. I think closer to 200. And he pardoned those people, and then yeah, we had 8 million people gather. I'm trying not to say we. There were 8 million people that gathered on Saturday, and yep, boop, no arrest. Like, at least for sure, New York said, like, yeah, all across the city, not a single arrest, like, of one of the protesters. I don't know if they had a MAGA arrest. Things are just fucked. Like, people who support MAGA are on my timeline being like, oh, can't afford Halloween candy this year. But I've seen no posts being like, no, yeah, I've called my senator and been like, I voted for Trump, I don't like him anymore, help us out. I don't get it. I don't get it. There are Bibles being sent with Lee Greenwood signatures in the back to public schools, despite the fact that the Song of Solomon is so freaking kinky. It's pornographic. I'll climb your tree to grab your fruits. Like, oh my God, that's going in the classroom. But there's like Dr. Seuss books that aren't fine. I just don't understand it. It is hard to keep up with everything that's happening. But yeah, apparently Anti-Deficiency Act, huge deal. Trump cannot, be funding things without the people's say. And the one thing I'm confused on is I had heard something about he's saying like, oh, it's coming from private funds that we're going to pay them. But then that just means he has a private military, right? So either it's the Anti-Deficiency Act or he is just being so stubborn. Like, shout out to his quotes being like, a president is weak if there's a shutdown. Like back in 2013, he said several things throughout the years. The latest one I know is 2013, where he was like, oh, that's embarrassing for a president. Granted, like, I think in 2012 was when he was tweeting about Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart being like, obviously on the dude's side, right? Like, oh, you're too good for Kristen. You're too good for Kristen. And Kristen's like, I do like Kristen Stewart. Like, I'm not gonna, yeah. Love Lies Bleeding, good movie. All right, well, I was at a protest, so shout out to everyone that was, and to the people that didn't go, I don't get it. Like, if you could have gone and you didn't, that's okay. Go to the next one, though, please, because Trump saw that, and so many Republicans saw that, and honestly, in my mind, I'm like, the rest of the world saw it. We at least have, like, Reuters and some other facets still putting out real news so that the rest of the world can really know what's going on. Like, if they think all Americans are like Trump, why wouldn't their people be like, let's fuck up America? If they think we're all like him, why we would be putting ourselves at risk? Like, go to a protest so that we don't get bombed by other countries who think we're as asshole-ish as our president. Like, if nothing else, right? Like, yes, the president sees it. And also important, like, our elected officials see it. Like, we know that there's gerrymandering going on. We even saw Elon giving out $1 million checks to whatever state it was in the red state to registered voters, right? Like, oh, if you get out and vote, get in the rally to win $1 million. He even posted, that Dems would control like one portion of Congress and that Republicans would have a very slim lead in the other without me. He publicly gave $250 million to the campaign. He's now a trillionaire, and even the Pope is like, ugh. Like, bro, even the Dalai Lama, last I heard, and this has nothing to do with Trump, but it was being like, ugh, I don't think there's going to be another one. Like, I don't. It's a lot happening at once, and groceries are expensive. I love coffee. It's ridiculous. The gas, it's just... I'm tired of the shit talking from the older generation that voted for Trump when a car cost y'all $5,000, like a new car, right? A home was like, I don't know, whatever y'all paid for a home, 20K. I know that you had to work like 10 minutes to afford a Big Mac, but we work like an hour and a half with the minimum wage or a livable wage in any area. Still going to be just bonkers. And also shout out to Cardi B. I'm just ranting at this point. Cardi B was like, I've been asking y'all to buy my albums and like my bad because I didn't realize rent had like jumped so much and I feel bad now. Like they need to hook it up and like she even said like they need to make it easier for single people to live, like not just if you have kids and have to depend on things like on the system. And also Cuomo, like somebody was asked, like I think he asked someone like, "What do you pay for rent?" And they were like 2,300, and he was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So the apartments for like poverty levels, and I get it. Like he's running in New York, and I'm pretty sure the context of the conversation was New York because the clip I saw was a girl just being like, did he hear what he just said? Like, and he just pretty started passing, like, yeah, poverty levels. I was like, yes, what? Good catch. Really proud of people. Just really, really flattered to be in a country with women like that who are posting videos of Cuomo being like, what the hell, right? People who know enough to know that speaking against Trump is gonna piss him off and he wants to go after people. Like whatever the right wants to say about free speech still exists, they also want to say, like some of them want to say we're enemies of the state. There's enemies of the state. But those people probably aren't buying Halloween candy this year. Thanks to tariffs. We get most of our candy from Canada and Mexico, so oh, and the soybeans that some states make a lot of, and like the soybean farmers are struggling. Now I guess that China's buying Argentina's soybeans. And we gave Argentina $20 billion. But that's not it. $40 billion now. Because Trump said, and then I don't know if it was before or after the $40 billion, but he was like, if Argentina doesn't elect the president or the candidate that I like, then I'm not going to bother helping them. And he even said, like, yeah, I like their president. Like, this is what's happening. So Trump is rigging Argentina's elections at the cost of American soybean farmers. ICE is, obviously taking the people harvesting, some of the people harvesting. So farmers are losing money there. Americans are going hungry there. There's no SNAP benefits starting in November, and they're going to blame Democrats. And to the point where they're hoping, I guess, constituents are going to be calling and saying, like, please just go with the Republicans on this. Like, I'm hungry. Just go with the Republicans on this. And the privileged people in the states are going to be calling saying, no, hold firm. Like, these people are going to die later down the line anyways from no health care. And these people, everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. The people that will say, okay, just like for now, fuck it, I'm hungry. Like, let me lose my health care because today I'm so hungry. I'll worry about my health care tomorrow. Like, and they all know, right? Like when this all started, JD Vance said something like, let the courts handle it. This is our plan. Like, let the courts handle it. And now you've got people saying, you have no idea the monster you've awakened. And you have Stephen Miller pretending to freeze on a feed while blinking after saying that Trump has total power. I forget the word, starts with a D. But he did not mean to say that, apparently. They were like, I think you're frozen. And Stephen Miller is like, they can't see me. He's like that guy from Jurassic Park. The T-Rex can't see you if you move. Like, you're blinking, motherfucker. You're blinking. So everything's really wonky. Kids are getting zip-tied. We're just bombing people in Venezuela. Also, Trump's like, I ended the war in Gaza. Apparently, they're still getting fucked up by drones, by Israeli drones. And one of the flotillas, I think, just got bombed. I haven't totally, like, that's what the initial breaking news was like. It said another flotilla bomb, but then I also saw, like, no injuries. So, yeah, if there's a ceasefire, why the drones? Why bomb the boats delivering aid? And yeah, the Venezuela president, basically, to my understanding, he said the emperor is without clothes. The emperor has no clothes, is what he was saying about Trump. Like, everybody sees it, nobody's saying it. Like, the emperor has no clothes. I think he said it twice, 2 or 3 times, maybe. Maybe it was just that potent in my head. Anyways, my understanding of it was yeah, he's killing our people, and that's not fine. But he wants us to go to war, and he's got nothing to go to war over. I need to read that story again, I guess. All right, well, Trump can eat shit for sure.